Alright, I think that should be the ads over. Hopefully. I really do. I hate having to run these ads just to get the pre-rolls for first while. But I mean, I do think it kinda goes better with what I'm wanting. Because, I mean, I just don't want ads in general, if I'm completely honest. I'm sure Twitch would hate to know this. But yeah, I will let you see what's going on. Got various products being shoved in your face. Oh no. Thankfully, I think you joined just as they ended, so I think you are. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma. I need to actually do... not that one. That button, lovely. So I had the editing view up, just so I could see the two versions of the stream. Yeah. Dragon's Dogma. I'm actually going to go do stuff in the game today. I kind of messed around an awful lot last time, and I'll be honest, didn't really do much in the grand scheme of things. I think the most exciting thing I did was jump down a well. Which, I mean, when a dragon attacked the village, I'd say that's saying something. And, oh, God. I forgot you existed.
Let's prepare well for the road ahead.
Yes, let's. There is a way to mute him, I think. I don't know if I could specifically mute him. I like the idea of just having the ambient noise of just people chatting. But, yeah. That's great. I hate him. Why do I let Twitch chat make a person? Also, after just resting here, I rested to get my health up. I just remembered I had to go into shop and I was waiting to do that at the end of last stream. I now need to wait until morning again. Ah, Christ, can't I just come back and do this later? I hope it's not a time-sensitive thing. I can't be bothered waiting. I really can't. So many beds? I mean, there's 3 beds. I guess it is quite a lot, but there's only 4 of us in the team, so... I mean, arguably it would be nice to have 1 more bed, but sure. Yeah, I need to go into the shop just up here, but I currently can't, because... yeah, it's closed. Need to come back. It's a better time, god damn it. Do I just immediately go back into the inn and skip time? I'm wasting a lot of money by doing this. At least a lot of early money. I can get it back over time. Screw it. Stay until morning. It's got to be worthwhile. It just lets me get into that shop, do the actual quest here before we leave. Because I'm not going to come back to this village ever again if I have anything to say about it. It's kind of out of the way, from what I understand. Something I will say that I've done since the last stream is I had a little Google of just the class I plan to go towards in this. The, like, is it Magic Archer? Can't remember. It's something of that nature. And I am planning to do that and just give him a look just to see if it was actually interesting. They do seem interesting. And oh,
the scoundrel even uncovered my hidden stores. I told no one of them. 'Tis clear the felon is no common cut purse, but a thief of considerable skill. We must put a stop to him.
I've tried Magic Archer, but people seem to like it. I mean, the fun part about it is if you have a staff, you could just use the levitate spell. Obviously, this camera's set a little high and that's an angle. There we go. Yeah, you can use levitate skill and various other things to just fly around the place. You also have a spell for an arrow that just creates light. Basically, just go hide somewhere no one else can get to and just shoot them forever. It seems quite an odd one. It's not how I'm going to play it, but you could. Yeah, that was That's literally all I had to do. Now I need to wait until nightfall to talk to this guy again.
Ready, are you? Then I'll
No?
some fleet of
I don't.
dashing about the village as he goes about his business. When the thief arrives, you'll give chase, good fisher. And we'll have those pawns of yours keep watch outside the village.
Okay, stopping him running away from the village. Got it.
Catch him with ease, and before he can pinch any more of our wares. Well, questions, cousin?
You know, I haven't able to question anything.
Good fisher? It's time
I
yet.
think I'm ready.
Wait, I shall go stand watch elsewhere.
Lovely, I guess. How's this quest gonna go? I'd imagine
Tis time. I've faith.
it's not gonna be quite as straightforward as just talking to a guy, is it?
And why not? As Arisen, petty thieves are a simple quarry, aye?
Wait, you can pick up enemies? So what am I meant to do? I'm meant to just watch for him, or I'm meant to actively look for him?
Forget this place, cuz. Go and catch the blackguard.
Okay, no, he wants me to just actively hunt down the thief. Got it. I can do that. That's fine.
Dogged bastard!
You know what? That was surprisingly easy. He ran right up to me as soon as I left. He's awfully quick though. I can go. Where did he go? This is a good question. Does he get the slip on me? I think he does. God damn it. Okay. He's a lot quicker than I thought he'd be. I guess I'm supposed to ambush him? How am I meant to catch him? I know his name's Pike from the subtitles. That's about it.
Dogged bastard!
Okay, he's running. He's going up this way.
Dogged bastard!
Is he
Bastard.
just... How do I catch him? Do I need to shoot at him? Or do I just grab him at? Because grabbing him I don't think's doing much. I'm not gonna lie, it seems a bit pointless just trying to grab the guy. It'd be quite useful if I had one of my pawns in here, you know, to try and help catch him. But I guess not. It's also incredibly dark going around at night, as you would somewhat imagine. Where the hell did he go? I thought he'd be back over there. I guess not. Where the hell is he? This is an odd quest. I'm not entirely sure I like it. What? Why is he making noises? What? Where did he make the noise?
The rat slipped away again. 'Tis back to the start. We shall have him in time,
I'm
cousin.
very, very confused. What am I meant to do in that mission?
I find you. You had him nearly at hand, good fisher. Damn pride, do not let it trouble you. We shall persistent.
We've been eluded.
I am eager to be rid of this thief for good and all. Ready, are you? He's fierce and
Okay.
fleet-of-foot.
Dash out of the
When
village.
the thief arrives,
As he arrives, I'll give
and where those
chase.
pawns of yours keep
Pawns
watch
watch.
outside the village.
Keep it.
With luck, you'll catch him with ease, and before he can pinch any more of our well, question.
We pawns shall wait outside the village.
Come with you, then we wait.
Okay.
Stand watch.
Like,
'Tis time. I've faith in
I-
you, cousin.
I get what they're asking me to do. But I don't know how I'm meant to catch him exactly. Now just pick up item, people, or enemies. And bat tip went by too quickly, I've got no idea. Also, I noticed spores. Now's maybe not the time, but... I'll be honest. I might as well grab these, even though these were things. I've already done most of those. Don't know how to do mice. Can maybe get some rabbits at some point. Giant bats maybe in due time. So there he is. Chase after him. And he's just quicker. Shooting at him seems like a bad idea. If he's gone up there, he's bound to come back down this way. Do we believe in line of sight as a thing? Because if so, I could hide here and likely grab him in a second. Unless he's stealing from the church? Wait. I mean... Where? He didn't come out of this alleyway, did he? Did he come up the road? The hell? Okay, if I wait here... What happens? Like, he definitely went up this way. Now he's back. Okay. He then runs up here. If I stop running and get ready to just grab.
Doggy bastard!
Yeah, as you say. Grabbing him's not possible. Screw it, just shoot him. Shooting him's the only thing I can think of doing. That does not sound like the way to go, though. Like, I'm able to shoot at him. Am I supposed to be killing him? That doesn't sound like what I meant to do.
Doggy bastard!
That you definitely can't grab the guy. I'm really, really confused. The hell am I doing wrong? Are you able to set up traps in this game? Setting up traps is the only thing I can think of. Or...
Unhand me!
Okay, I'll be honest, didn't expect that to actually happen, but I've just managed to... I'm not gonna question how I didn't catch him the other times. I'm just happy I've caught him. You know? And apparently I need to sell or discard him because I'm over-encumbered. I don't think that's quite right. Yeah. Oh, I caught a man.
What's more, the rat you caught has a loose tongue. He spoke of the company he keeps. A band of thieves that style themselves the Iron Hammer. They've taken a stronghold in the south for their home. Seems they eat well on the goods they pinch from the merchants walking the nearby roads. If you cause to head south, pray keep watch for their ilk.
There we go. We've done a mission. Hooray. So you have something to say.
Seems our thief is eager to mend his ways. Perhaps there's aught we may do to ensure it.
The thief wants to mend his ways. I don't know if that means anything, but alright, sure. Let us be on our way to... I mean, which mission's next? Because we've got slaying various creatures, gathering flowers, or just do the, like, main quest line, which I'm thinking main quest line. Maybe slay a few goblins on the way, because that's one of the missions, slay a few bandits. Just that kind of a thing. For now though, I think we're done with this village. Can't think of any reason I'd want to come back anytime soon. A goblin, you don't say. I mean, he's not too dangerous, so it's fine. But, oh no, a goblin. Okay, testing out the new bow. I think I tried last time, didn't I? Yeah, I'm not able to quite one-shot them, am I? It's not a good amount of damage, though. And plenty of little things to loot. Yeah, we're picking up various things as well, I think. More goblins, I believe. Just underneath this rock. Which does have a regenerating chest, seemingly. So I swear I've got that before. Alright, just shoot at him. He seems to have less health than the last guy I shot at. Okay. I don't like aiming with a controller. I'm so used to aiming keyboard and mouse. This feels weird. But, I mean, I am managing. It does have an aim assist, which makes me feel a bit off. I'll see if there's maybe a way to change that. Is there a way to change the aim assist? Let's see. I mean, controls on... yeah, no, that's not. No, I'll maybe have a look at it later. That's fine. I don't need to mess with the mini-map or anything. I was just wanting the aim assist off game. I appreciate you letting me know, but I don't need that. Not right now. Also, never... did I just miss a bunch of chests, or do these refill? I'm assuming they refill over time, right? Also, I never noticed there was just a Scottish flag there, which is very nice. Why do we have a Scottish flag in this game? It seems an odd choice. And the chests do respawn. Okay, that makes sense. And we start picking things up. Next enemies we're going to come across bandits. Respawn every 4 days. Ah, so it's because I slept a bunch to do that mission.
Hold on. Are you alright, Master?
I am alright. We've got bandits up there, I believe.
The road splits here.
Unless they didn't respawn. No, they have respawned. My character is a really terrible shot. All these arrows are landing around the damned guy. There we go. The aim assist really does make me feel a little bit off at times. I'm able to use it, but it doesn't feel quite right to me. I really think I should just be whacking people instead. I think this is just going to suit me better. I'm also just going to get knocked down if I try and do that. Ooh, which is a shame. But yeah, killing bandits, perfectly fine. I think we need to kill 10 of them. Right? I can't quite remember. I think it was 10. And that got us a quest. And, yeah, more shackles. These guys are just escaped prisoners. From what I understand. Or at least some of them are. Which, I guess makes sense. It's a bit interesting though. But the prisons are that bad that you've just got a frequent supply of prisoners escaping. It's a mild cause for concern.
Let's proceed with caution. Are you alright, Master?
I am alright, thank you for asking. I don't know why they keep on asking every time I go for a jog, but I appreciate them asking, I guess. I'm trying to be kind to them. They're a simple sort, these pawns, aren't they? I mean, then again, I'm also a bit of a simple sort, because my character can't seem to figure out which direction he actually wants to attack in. Which gets a bit confusing. Okay, just murder. We need to get up to this one. Murder you as well if we can. No, he's just trying to hide away. There we go. I'm still not used to the combat in this game. I don't know if it's just me who thinks it feels a bit clunky trying to aim, but maybe there's just like a very obvious lock-on button I'm missing. Who knows? Just the enemies running around quite as much as these ones are. Feels a little off that... Wait, is someone just holding them over there? I think one of our friends is holding the enemy. And I just completely ignored that fact. Am I not able to even hit that guy though? How the hell does my guy even know how to use a bow when he's this inactive? And I mean, that was impressive. I hadn't expected that. Is that us almost done? I think that's us got them, pretty much. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if the combat is just me thinking it's a bit clunky, but it feels a little off to control. I understand it's an older game, so it's not going to have all of the common just game design things which likely would have made it better. But I can't help but feel it would be nice if I could have a dodge button or something. Like, as nice as a jump is, I don't think a jump's actually going to be very important in the grand scheme of things. Although, maybe a jump's just how you manage to get to the side? Is a jump the same as a dodge in this?
Hold on.
Like, are they essentially the same thing? I don't know. Like, let me just get the weapons. Like, if I'm attacking, I can jump to the sides and such. You know what? Maybe that is how it works. Also, I recognise you. You're one of the pawns.
Hello.
Yeah, Edward, eh?
Yes, Arisen.
I had you before. Lovely. Good to see you, Edward. Only some classes get a roll. And like, the rogue with the bow and arrow and daggers isn't one of them. That strikes me as weird, but okay. I'll take your word for it.
Given the hour, the Arisen arose late this day, eh?
We make for the capital, men. Like as not, the cart will draw beasts along the way. Stay vigilant, but fear not. We walk with the Arisen, slayer of hydras.
I still disagree with that whole Slayer of Hydras thing. Chopped off one head of 5 heads.
Familiar with this quest now. Let us go. Quite the grand structure.
Protect the cart!
What, protect the cart? You're telling me that because there's enemies attacking or because I was running ahead? I think because I was running ahead. Love escort missions. Favourite kind of mission, you know.
Goblins come!
Goblins. Yeah, I can do goblins. I think that went quite well. That was just several of my kind of dash attack things. Yeah, I quite like that as a combo. It's like dash, dashing again multiple times. It seemed to work. At least in a smallish group of enemies.
Stay at the cart's side.
Grand Sorin stands beyond this way castle.
I'm assuming those harpies care, right?
Foul beasts, Arisen. No man can say from where they will strike. Pray be careful.
I mean, they're harpies, right? Yeah? I wasn't able to hit them before, so I'm a bit confused, but... Alright. And now I just murder them to... This game... What? Is there some kind of lock-on mechanic? I'm just missing it? Because this is a real pain moving around. I feel it'd be a lot nicer if my character just didn't... kinda limp along while fighting. I'm probably just used to being quicker is all. It just feels a little off. It doesn't feel quite normal to me. I don't know. Like maybe other classes control a bit differently.
Treacherous, Master. Watch your head.
And we can grab an explosive barrel. We don't need an explosive barrel, but we could. We could. But now I'm gonna just wait. I was about to say I'm just gonna go murder those harpies, I think. I don't need to do that today.
Blame the road twixt Gran Soren and
How
Cassett.
odd.
We cannot allow it flight!
What? Where are they coming from? You can kick Yak, make it go faster. I don't know how much. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that if I don't have to. Where are they fighting? Over there?
The advantage is ours. Slay it where it lies!
Oh, and she's just holding one down, is she? Well, I guess we can kill it.
I've learned new techniques since that.
Is Yak not moving?
Did it!
Your triumph. Yep. Definitely feels like we have. Looking at one enemy still about. Has that been done? No, now there's wolves. I don't know if those harpies were meant to appear. I can't help but feel they weren't. Bison looks to be fine enough. Okay, this is thin. I might try going over to keyboard and mouse. I asked a friend who played through this, they said controller was better. I might try keyboard and mouse, because for the bow, I do think I'd like to have keyboard and mouse. Let me just quickly test. If I go back, light attacks, heavy attacks, shift is run, control lets me do... Okay. E would be my little dash. How do I... Alt? Alt's the bow. Okay. How do I just fire?
It's hard to see what lies ahead.
Keep watch for falling rocks on the path ahead, Captain.
Speed with a woman!
I mean, I'd say my bow accuracy is a lot better like this. I don't know how I just fire a normal arrow though. I mean, I quite like that. I'd say that's fine. Ah, Q goes over to Bomos, apparently. Okay, I can get used to this. I think for combat this is going to be a lot easier. I might go between. I'm a bit worried sensitivity might be a little high. I'll need to tweak it later, I think. Oh, it's just a boulder. That's dangerous. Let's run up here quick, make sure there's no one kicking him down. No? No one down for kicking boulders. Cool. Never mind, there's a harpy. I mean, I like the idea of just doing bow and arrow. You know, turning the game into a shooter could be fun. To some extent. I'm not sure.
Behind us! Stay
Like,
clear!
E is to interact.
Don't stop! We're exposed here!
I mean, I like how casually that happened. With Mick Big Dickus just ignoring it. Yak's been better shape for this for in the past, right?
A curative will serve.
We're not healing the yak at all. Kicking it does also do damage and speeds up very momentarily. I'm a bit worried it's just about to die in a second. I'm also worried that that just fell directly onto my head. But that's not in any way concerning. It didn't do as much damage as it reasonably should have. I get a bit of tension. Okay, let me just charge this. Oh, they have healed the yak. Lovely. That's actually brilliant. There's also wolves, so be a little careful. Can I not? There we go. Snare him, then whack him. Snare him, then whack him. Snaring and whacking seems to be a good combo. I quite like that one. It means they aren't able to move while I just flail on them. Which is a definite welcome addition. Got some Pro Blast. Got the hate traits. I've not come to the impasse, it's literally an escort mission. Thank you for letting me know, game. I feel I'm doing okay. It's literally just me waiting around for this. But are there anything that I'd want to still learn from the tutorial? Or can I turn off the messages? I don't know.
Monsters arisen. Ready yourself.
I've got something I really want to do. I mean, I blew up the barrel, killed the goblin from that. That's lovely. I'm actually liking this a lot better than using a controller. And, oh no, never mind, there's more gobbles. There we go. There's no end? Ah, yeah, there is no end, there's more. Just murder those two. I'm sure my friends can take care of the rest, right? I had to go in and help mildly, but that's fine. Are you literally just leaving me to open this? This is quite the mission. Why did I have to open the gate? I kind of assumed one of the, you know, people with the cart would do it, but alright. I guess I'm not just a security detail in this. Continue to murder. There we go. Plenty of good murder happening. Don't hit the yak, hit this guy, and try not to hit those crates or barrels even. Never mind, my friend hit them for me. How kind. I mean, the boat is actually a really nice keyboard and mouse. I definitely prefer this to the aim assist controller. Like, I'm not used to shooting with the controller. I've not done that since I played Halo on Xbox ages ago. Like, that was easily, like, a decade ago. I last really used the controller. Is that people fighting back there? I ought to help, right? He doesn't seem to be able to take out a couple of goblins. I forgot just how useless some of these guys were. Is that us? There we go. Now we just need to go catch up again. I love escort missions, they're good fun. They're not even dangerous, because I've done a few of the quests in the area we've just been through. It's not particularly fun doing this. I'm bullying the weak. Well, I'm also not seeing the weak on this occasion, but yeah, this is interesting as a mission, as literally one of the first missions of the game. I think they'd choose something more exciting after the Murder a Hydra quest.
We are nearly there, men.
Is that us? Yeah, you happy to say we're done now? I'd imagine not, because I can see another goblin. Or a couple of them. Or no? No, that's bandits. And Snare has a fairly short range, but it really is good. I do like it as a skill. I've also increased my vocation rank some more, apparently. Which is good. Does the Snare literally work on anyone the same size as me? If it does, this is a really powerful skill. Like, I don't know if that's the case. Like, being able to just pick up an enemy and knock them down. It seems really powerful. Also, how do I sheathe my weapons? I don't actually know. Options. What are my controls? I'll put camera sensitivity down a little. Moving and such, yes. I mean, I could change these. Okay, let me do this. I think I'd like. F is to grab and climb. X is to sheathe my weapons. I is inventory. Commanding pawns F1 through 3. U for bows. Okay. No, I would like to save changes. I now have bow skills mapped to my mouse, which I think is going to make this easier. I could have mapped it possibly to middle mouse button being held down. So currently, I think that's fine. It's on the little side button on the mouse. There's not anyone else stupid enough to come attack us, right?
Who knows what lies in wait? Let's proceed with caution.
Oh no, it's a dangerous cow. Who knows what lies in wait? Come on, we're literally right next to the city. There's not going to be any, like, massive bandit camp here, is there? Right? It's not just going to be a bunch of deserters. I mean, it's nice feeling like you're part of the world, but it's just taken a while. I feel they could have ended it at that kind of ruined gate there. I'm sorry, I am complaining a lot. I am having fun. It's just a lot of it does feel dated, as you'd imagine. Looking forward to getting like a magic bow. That's going to be good fun.
The Duke's burden is great. Between his duties as sovereign and the Rampart, Ramsor, capital of Granson. Shall we enter?
Should still be Q to get my bow out, right? Why is that not happening? I didn't change that map, did I? No, it's still Q. But screw it, I don't need my bow out. I'm fine. I wanted to get some practice shooting at things and shoot at those cows. But we don't need to. All we need is to wait for this to slowly make it up to that gate. Let me just speed it along slightly.
We've arrived.
There we go.
Well done, men.
Yep, well done, men.
It is a fine prize. His Grace will be pleased with the cause work. Walk proud through these streets, men. We are heroes to the people of Grand Sorin.
It really doesn't feel like we've done anything deserving of being called a hero. It's a very weird kind of storyline. It really is.
Make for the castle directly to offer my report to His Grace. I'll have word sent for you, friend. Pray, sojourn in the capital a while. To the castle, men! Step lively!
I don't like how that man's looking at me. It's a bit of a suggestive look.
Fortune smiles upon me. Well met,
Ah.
Sir Arisen.
Yeah, well met.
I am called Mason, if it please you. Now you're come to the capital a conquering hero, you'll be needing aught to do, eh? My word to you, begin with the pawns. Inquire about them here in Grand Sorin. Their kind's woven tight into the fate of Arisen. If you know your destiny, know them.
I've gained prestige.
Oh, sorry. I did not drink that water well, went down the wrong way. Oh god, it's fun. Okay. Leveled up. Lovely. We have various stocks. Actual merchants?
News hangs over the land these days.
No, not actually merchants. Quest log wants me to learn about pawns. This is an apothecary. Let me just quickly explore everything. This is armory? Yeah, I had to look towards you. Does armory have better stuff than my current equipment?
It will be easier going searching this area.
I'd imagine.
These days, a good weapon. The master works all. You can't.
Yeah, let me just buy. Weapons. Fruit slices I currently have. I could get some nicer weapons. I think I'd like a nicer bow, more so than daggers. How much for a nice bow? I mean, that's a good improvement. It doesn't even cost too much extra. Although, magic bow. I think if you guys just saving my money for a magic bow. Okay, for now then, better daggers. Better looking hat if possible, because I currently look a little bit stupid. What kind of fancy things? I mean, that one looks fine, the Skulker's Mask. Sure, buy that too. I'm just kitting myself out for now. And honestly, I'm happy enough with my cloak. I'd like some better trousers. Half chain. That gives me resistance to something. What would I want? Not boots, I'm wanting trousers. To give stats, I do think these ones look quite nice. They come with resistance to something like a status debuff. So I'll take one of them, and I could probably do better stuff in terms of... What can I afford? Really not much, we don't have a lot of spare money. Okay, checkout. Yes. Change my equipment. Lovely. Wait. Adult stilettos? Did I just find like some broken stilettos at some point? But way more. Which makes me a bit confused, but okay. Equip those ones. Equip this. Am I supposed to be navigating this? Yeah, with WASD actually works better. We would like better trousers. Equip that one. Yeah, that leaves me kissed out in my new stuff. Next, sell. I would like... Probably not the curatives, but I might have something important in here I can sell. That sells for 700. Light cure sounds quite useful. Anything else that sells for a good amount? Not immediately. Tools. I mean, when am I actually going to use this? Gets me a little bit of money. Throw blast, sure. In here, do we have anything worth selling? Gold ore, I will not. Iron blade pieces. Used in crafting, okay. Don't sell that if it is crafting. In terms of other, I could sell shackles. Weapons, my old daggers, my old bow, old stiletto. Apparently doesn't sell for anything. Which is a shame, but you will take it. Leather cap I no longer need. Plebeian shirt. Talismanic beads. For any of them. And a leather cape. I think that's it. Yeah. Sell all of that. That's my inventory cleared out somewhat. Enhance it. How does this work? I mean, it's not too hard to do. Let's enhance my stilettos to level 3. That's expensive, but let's do this. I'm sure that's going to be worthwhile. All armory and armor, but jewellery may be enhanced. Yeah, I'd imagine so. You haven't sufficient materials in hand. The remainder will automatically be taken from my items. Wait, there's item storage? That's nice to know. That's an inn. You're related to Quest.
First time in the capital? Best find lodging first. The inn's a grand source of news as well, what with folk coming in from all Grancis. There's a fine place just inside the city gates. Just look for the sign.
Okay. So she's just telling me go into the inn. I'm assuming that's for the pawn mission, right? Let's go enough as Arisen, I'll be able to change vocations.
Are you the Arisen the men of the Corps speak of? You've a plainer air than I'd expected. Ah, forgive me. I spoke poorly. I simply imagined the sort of figure pulled right from legend. Pray, allow me to begin anew. I am Asalam, and this is my inn, though we deal in a number of trades here. I hope this is the first...
It's just me or is the game a bit quiet? Do you want me to turn it up by the way, Convrix, or what are you thinking?
Oh, you wish to learn of the Pawn Legion? Then the shortest path to the answers you seek leads west from here. There you'll find Grand Soren's Pawn Guild. It is a gathering place for their kind. Just tell the sentries you have business with the guild. They'll let you past. Have your pick, any you like.
Change vocation. Oh, I can become a magic archer now. Oh, I can do that right a second. Yeah, any day. There we go. Page up. Help buttons page up. There we go. Found it. I'm assuming change this guy into better mage. Right? That seems sensible. He's mostly a healer. Okay, where we are. Change equipment? Not yet. Learn skills in case there's now anything new, which there is. Well, I'm also naked after having changed. Okay. I mean, do learn that. That seems like a magic attack. I mean, I get to just do fire damage. Don't care for staff. Do care for magic bow. Core skills. Double slash, or double strike, forward. Top to a swirling slash. Having grave. Broad ranged flurry of dagger bolts. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that one too. So I have the stuff for it. As for him, he would like... I mean, he already has the thunder awareness. There we go. Cool. Cool. I think that's me set up for now. Change my enabled skills. Ah. Okay, so I no longer get the ensnare with my daggers. Fire slash cows. Seek out their targets. Okay, so literally a seeking attack. That's quite nice sounding. I like the idea of that. Also, I could use a staff, but no, that's boring. You don't get to climb on things from what I understand. Yeah, store items.
What will it be today?
Pause it. What can I store? You know, before I store anything. Yeah, whatever he says. I want to get my equipment sorted. You know, weapons. Equip some daggers. Armor, equip that. Equip tunic as well as this. Equip literally everything I had only just a minute ago had on. However, I can't equip this, the short bow, which is kind of a shame. I'm not too annoyed. But yeah, now we want page up. We need a straight up a new staff. Okay, so we better staff for him. Can't equip the hat. You should be able to equip the fancy robes I got him, right? These are the fanciest ones we've got. Yes? No. This is the fanciest ones we've got. Okay. Arms, equip those. Then equip these. Has a cape. He has a silver ring. Okay, we're no longer naked, which is a positive. I currently don't have a bow. My pawn currently doesn't have any weapon.
I'll confess, the master works all.
Can I just straight up buy him a weapon? Can. 18k. Actually, that's just shy of 19k. God almighty. I mildly regret doing this already, but I have stuff to sell. That's fine. Nightcry sells for a decent amount. Much as I don't want to be selling literally everything I own. I think I might have to. Which is a bit of a shame. Rotten berries. We probably don't need this. Probably don't need rotten fish either. I'm assuming those perish over time. Interesting. I guess it makes sense. Sell literally just everything. Really. Okay. With all of that, that gets me 2,000. We need 14k still. Okay, we have 2 lanterns. Sell one of them. We have an airtight flask. Rather not sell that. Ceramic jugs probably won't do anything. Skull, won't use that ever. Just clearing out every bit of my inventory. Sell those herbs. We sell for these amount. Sell those goblin horns. Cedar branch, sure. Actually, no. I think that might be used in bow crafting. Hunk of ore, I'm able to use happily. Wormwood sap, I've got plenty of. Wolf pelts, I have plenty of. Copper ore, I'd rather keep the ore if I can. Spider venom doesn't sell for lots, I'll keep it. Wilted blossoms. Used to be flowers but have now died. So get rid of them. Do we sell the tail? Probably not. It seems a bit on the rarer side. Shy stone. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that as well. Snake skin I can get rid of. Elongated claw. Harpy pinion. Still doing quite a lot. Sell my old short bow. Okay, that's all I have to sell from them. The tunic, and we have this. Sell that. Yep, sell that happily. Sell the stabs. Sell, I mean, more rotten fish. It's really not got a lot. Okay, how about my other guys? Because I don't care about these people. Like, for the most part, I really don't care at all. So I can just literally sell everything I've got on them, right? Desiccated herbs, I think I will keep. Sell berries, though. God, we need a lot of money still. Does she have anything? Just some materials. Cedar branch, harpy pinion, hunk of ore. That's probably all she's got. Item storage, I have the lion's spine? Where did I get that? These DLC items. Some of these are outfits. I mean, I could run around in Queen's clothing. I feel I shouldn't be selling it if it's worth literally all the money I currently own. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not gonna sell any DLC stuff. Definitely keep these. Those seem quite nice. Fiend luring incense, no. If it's just materials, I could sell materials. I think this is excess stuff potentially that's been dumped after I dismissed previous companions. Be my guess. Makes another 3,000. We're getting close. These life stones we're not using. Yeah, no. You can sell some nuts, I guess. I'm emptying out everything I own to buy my guy a weapon. I think I have to sell that gold ore. Oh, that's tragic.
Masterworks all, you can't go wrong.
Alright. Alright. I guess we're selling a bit more than I'd want us. Keep something extra poison. Keep the nuts. Keep that. Get rid of these. This is fine. Need a lot of money. I just need enough to buy a weapon for my pawn. I need like 200 more. Sell literally anything. Sleeper arrows? Sure. I guess I don't need them. I think that leaves us enough money. Do we have enough? Just. Okay. Okay, that's promising. He's now got a weapon. I need to get myself a magic bow, but that comes later. For now, what quests? Is it Pawn Guild? Slay various creatures. I think look for my friend. Whereabouts do I go for this? Outside the city. Okay. Okay, but I can do that. Although, looking at people's health, I'm thinking, can we get new pawns from, like, somewhere around here? I understand the more logical thing would be get them healed up, but no, can we just get new people? I feel I've probably leveled enough since I last got them. Where is the stone?
This must be an alehouse.
We've got missions. Give Sinla King Bayleaf to acquire. Okay. To acquire something. Acquire 10 kept giant fish. What that means, but sure. Get some kind of herb. Seeker tokens. We need 20. I've already found one. That gets you lots. That gets you so much money. Snakeskin purse. I'd imagine we need to craft that. War bugles. Whatever that is.
Many's the person comes to drink here, all bearing different tales.
Patrons oft post work notices in the alehouse.
No trespassing. This is an alehouse. That would strike me as kind of a tavern. Is this where I get new pawns in this area? No? It's just where there's a lot of closed doors. Alright. Where do I go? There must be pawns somewhere that I can summon, right? Where in this city would they be?
State your business.
Oh, apparently it's just this way we need to head for Pawn Guild.
Through here and to the left. Just don't make a nuisance of yourself, eh?
I kind of thought it was not in the city. Yeah, the Pawn Guild does strike me as where I need to go to get pawns.
Which is usually more lively.
Craftsman's quarters. More quests. Harpy hunting, yep. I'll take any kind of hunting. This is perfectly fine. Kill a bunch of rabbits. Are rabbits really that big of a problem?
Welcome, Arisen. We have awaited your coming. This pawn is called Barnaby. I tend to the affairs of the Pawn Guild. The guild serves as a place of rest for pawns, and as the gate to the Everfall. The Everfall lies beneath Gran Soren. 'Tis a place of great importance to our kind. But for now, let us rejoice in the coming of the Arisen, the light that guides the Legion.
Alright. That just gave me some money from coming here, god damn it. I needed money. Okay, speak to you again. You seem to have a quest.
Burden you, weary from the road as you must be, but I fear trouble brews. I would beg your assistance in this matter, Arisen, if it please you.
I mean, I've literally picked up every other quest so far that I've come across. Sure.
You have my thanks.
I didn't think we'd be going to Secretaria for it. What's happening? You just said issue. I thought you'd go into detail before taking me into the dungeon.
Beyond lies the Everfall, an ancient place that sleeps beneath Grand Soren's stones. We pawns have long served as keepers of the entrance to this place.
Okay.
But since the dragon's coming, a strange aura has filled the Everfall.
Let me guess, this is like catacombs undead live down here.
If it be some omen of evil to come, we cannot allow it to go unchecked. I ask that you seek out the cause of the change, or some proof of what's happened. The Everfall is
I mean, fair enough, sure.
Itself. This is not a simple task, nor a favor I ask lightly, which is why I ask you, Arisen. Please, lend us your aid.
I mean, yeah, I guess can help. Ah, hello Banshee. Let me do it right now. So much for saying yes. yeah. But on the other hand, what if I just go back up here, because I'm replacing my friends. That's a healthy thing to be doing. What level am I? I'm level 14, so we want to probably not get Combrix as person. As tempting as it is, we're not bringing Combrix into here. God almighty, level 91. Okay, we did frontliner.
Yes, Arisen.
You'll do for that.
You cannot take on any more followers.
Yes. Switch with the frontliner. How you been, by the way, Banshee? You been doing good? I mean, I'll take your word that the AI is not good. A parting gift. I will give you a large nut. There we go. And I mean, sure, 5 stars and everything. I think you are passable. There we go. Another time if you... Ah. Okay. I mean, you say corrupt your own pawns. You've seen mine. It looks pretty corrupted already. It's been fine. Ah, good to hear you've been doing fine. Good to hear. For me, I'm fine. Still just, like, searching for a flat with a friend, but I think we've about got things sorted, and... I mean, I was gonna get another rogue like myself, but when you see a man like this...
Yes, Arisen.
He looks awfully fancy. I'm taking him.
Take on any more
Yeah, I've been doing good, aside from searching for flats and such, which I should imagine is a very fun process.
I am honored to travel with you.
Right, there we go. You can have a small nut. There you go. Yeah, 5 stars. That was a 4-star in helpfulness. You know what? That's fine. I don't know why they have a Yelp system. Like, imagine you're some kind of weird, not quite human entity living in a realm like this. Yet you still have Yelp reviews. Like, could you imagine?
This is a place quite restful to my kind.
Wait, we got the really deep voiced person and the really high pitched voice. That's fantastic. Okay, let's just jump down here and see what happens. Use good imagination. Yeah. I mean, the competition for getting flats has been a lot worse than usual. Which is interesting. Because normally it's not that bad in this area around this time of year. But I've just kind of had to jump on which is a bit pricier than I would have thought. Not by a lot than I thought what it would be worth. So, I mean, we'll be fine. I think we've got a place. Need to get that sorted tonight. For now, though, what quest are we doing? Because we've picked up a good few. This one. There we go. Also, I need inventory? Yes. Use this. Perfect. Okay. I don't have a bow and arrow. Let's go fight some things. I can immediately see a potion there. And while I'm incredibly tempted to jump down and grab that, I'm thinking maybe don't chuck myself into giant pit of death territory. If I can avoid it. Got spiders. Not actually dangerous. But I will get rid of them. There we go. Gets me a little bit of spider venom. I don't know why they're not in any way dangerous. I really feel they should be. When they're giving me venom. But I won't complain. And, oh look, I love you in your really deep voice, but could you shut up for a minute? Like just a minute. We're having a run through some scary dungeons. We don't need you pestering me about at all. Also, these bats, just murder them quick, because they do actually attack me. Lovely. But are bats in this technically enemies? Like, as far as the game cares, I don't know. I kind of imagine so. Also, we do need holy damage against undead. So this is not ideal. Does magic work good? Yeah, I can use a bit of fire on them. Seems to work. But that's a fun attack. I like just how over the top my jumping is with it. That's lovely. Also, not liking the weird sound I'm hearing. I'm assuming that's an enemy below me, and not one of the party members. Oh, out the way, you stupid bat. I want to have an explore. Would you stop it? I understand they don't want me having an explore. But still. Okay, this feels bad. Fire? Does fire work well? I mean, it's got a good AoE on it. And apart from that, just any attack seems to work reasonably well. Okay, I am liking this fiery attack I've got. This is quite nice. Like, the fact it's a massive AoE. Gather... Oh, never mind. Someone else picked it up. Murder you. Never mind, I jumped over the top of you. It's fine enough, and... just bloody pick something up. Who the hell did that? How dare you? I'll have you know I am the protagonist. You're not allowed to pick stuff at me and then blow it up without my saying so. And... yeah, I mean... this seems to be going relatively well. I do like the idea of juggling enemies, but I don't know if that's possible. So I'm largely going to ignore the idea that it could be a thing. And I mean, it's that awkward moment when you all reach for the same thing, isn't it? It's just fair. Okay, treasure chest. Get a leather circlet. Presumably, a leather circlet's quite good. No, that is equipment, actually, never mind. You're going to say we have to go into inventory, not into that pause screen. This gives magic defense, as well as... I mean, what does it look like? 'Cause magic defense sounds nice, but ooh, that looks stupid. Okay, here's a plan. We're gonna give that to our main dude who's helping out. Page up. There you go, McBiggus Dickus. Or whatever his name quite is, McBig Dickus, sorry. He's gonna have that kind of daft looking hat. Which I feel is reasonable. And that closes the gate. Odd. I mean, I knew it would open that one, I didn't think it would close this one. Fair enough. Let me just fire a few of these guys. There we go. Fire damage works well against undead. Just continue spamming it, honestly. I think it's the best move. Just magic damage on the undead. There we go. I don't think they take much in the way of physical damage, because I mean, of course, they're undead. Kinda makes sense. Yeah, there we go. There's, never mind, there's still more of them. I thought that was all of them, but no, apparently not. Those two are practically dead. You're not gonna heal them? Mr. Mage Healer? Do you not have that equipped? He's not got his bloody skills equipped for attacking, I forgot to do that. Is there a way to do that while out and about? I swear there is. It's not under equipment. Okay, no. So that's why we've not got any healing. That, I feel, is good enough reason to just run back. Actually get it set up. And to murder these fellas. But no, they're just skeletons. I don't need to do anything too fancy. That's fine, I can just slash at them. That is more than safe. I can just do fast attacks. Pick up some bones. And now we just run. Have I been renaming characters? Only things you get to actually name in this is yourself and your main pawn. That being the one Twitch chat made just there. I hate him. He is a pitch black red-headed dwarf. With the highest pitch voice possible. Kind of like Alan the Chipmunk style. I hate him, but he's there. Apart from that, all these other party members you will be seeing, like Ace, Vare, and Obelix, they are, I believe anyway, other people's main pawns for their playthroughs. Like their sidekick, if you will. It's an interesting concept, really. Having just random people's characters who you just take along with you. That'll be the one. Wonder why. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's why one's out of Monty Python. There's nothing to really be concerned about over that. It is just people naming characters after things they know. Which makes sense. And then you'll just come across like an Edward at times as well. So you've got a nice mix. You've got a nice mix. Anyway, was it in here? It seems so. That's a very small woman. Not the woman's anything to deal with. I just want to set skills, possibly learn some. Got anything new to learn? Levitate. Now, I could get some augments. Field of vision, revealing the map better. Extends stamina. Sounds best to me. Anything for you, my good friend? Negotiate higher prices for items and equipment you sell. Honest power magic attacks designed to knock down foes. Not anything in there. Alright, go with that one. Change enabled skills. Do we not have any kind of option to use healing with this guy? I don't think we do. That's concerning.
What will it be today?
Does he have something he can learn? Or what? No. Maybe he learns it once his vocation's leveled up. I'm gonna hope that's the case, because otherwise he's going back to plebeian. Just basic mage. I need a heal bitch. That's all I need. And yeah, might as well rest while we're here. We'll rest till morning. That's fine. Accessing server to update it with our lovely little pawn there. He's an interesting one. He really is. Yeah, I wonder how much stuff I've been looting sells for, because I might be able to get myself that magic bow. That, I mean, kinda is the staple of my magic archer class. Because currently I'm running around with just some daggers. I've not come to an impasse of a quest game. I appreciate you trying to help out. So I'm fine.
These days, a good weapon, a master works.
Okay. Sell. Don't sell materials really. What do we have? Sell them. We have maybe some tools we could sell. I can sell a skull. We're not gonna get enough money out of all of this, are we? No, I'm not even gonna bother. Alright, daggers it is for now. Daggers it is. Run along this way to the left. And things are all fine. I like how that guard was only there but once to point me in the right direction. Then he disappeared. But it's a bit of an odd choice, the game design. But it's nice to have a guide, I guess. Yeah, run down here. Back into literally where we just were, and we still do not have a heal. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Definitely will need a healer at some point. I'm just hoping we'll be able to get a class that's able to do healing soon. Like, I am aware that the big mage I picked maybe doesn't have any healing capabilities. Kinda makes sense. But at the same time, it would kinda suck. So, I'm living in hope. I'm living in hope. Got bats. If I just run, I should be able to ignore them. Although, maybe I should. Yeah, there we go. I don't think enemies respawn quite quickly enough for me to need to worry. So yeah, I'm safe to just be jumping back in here immediately and running forward. Like, until we get to new territory, I don't really think anything can go wrong with me just running on down here as if I don't have a care in the world. Okay. That's a corpse. You're not dead. So, that's presumably new territory? Although, you looked like a dead human, we've just taken his flesh as a stamina restoring item. Which is a bit off. And, hello. Well, this is looking a bit like a doll. I mean, yeah. Yeah. That didn't deal any damage. Am I not able to kill him? I don't know if I can. I mean, if I jump and try and grab him. What was the grab button? Was it Z? Okay, quick, wait. Pause the game. It's not too important. I'm a climbing man. He looks big enough. F. The grabbing to climb. Okay. Attack his hand. maybe don't attack his hand. Can I jump on? Because Naked Big Dickus here, he's needing a hand. Just give myself a moment. We don't have a healer, so I think this guy's just gonna murder us. But get up him. Run away. Inventory. We have good curatives. We've got various nuts. That's good enough, honestly. It's the only real healing we have right now. Okay, just whack him a bunch. I don't think he's able to do a lot to me while I'm up here. I'm just stabbing him. Ow. I take it back, I'm almost dead, and I don't know quite when I got hit for so much. Am I meant to be fighting this guy? I don't think I am. I'm just gonna run. I'm not dealing with him. We need an actual healer if we're gonna fight that man. Okay, I'm gonna have to dismiss one of my pawns and get just a standard healer, haven't I? That's fine. The only thing that isn't fine is the fact I have to run all the way back. Just hope my guys aren't being chased. Well, that was a... I'm gonna claim successful dungeon run. I'm just bravely running away. Much like Sir Robin, if we're going back to Monty Python. I really don't like sound effects of being close to death, but I don't think I've got enough to actually heal up. Unless can I use that large nut I just found? Kind of fix the audio. No, it's not good enough. God damn it. Alright, that's fine. That's fine, just run. We're leaving. We're oh so bravely running away. I mean, am I actually supposed to be able to fight the guy down there? Because physical attacks didn't seem to do much. He wasn't an undead as far as I could tell. So maybe holy damage wouldn't really have much of an effect. Magic didn't seem to do any real difference. So I don't know what we're going to be dealing with down there. It does seem concerning. Concerning is something I will likely pay attention to. Because I might go somewhere else. Although, you've got a mission. Oh. I should have talked to you when I had more health. Yeah, not hearing you out just now. Not hearing you out just now. Let me quickly heal up. Yeah, I'm practically dead. Stay until morning. This is fine. We'll go to the Witchwood instead. This is not even slightly concerning, I promise. I'm fine. I'm more than fine.
Are your travel preparations complete?
Yeah, we need to say goodbye to either Obelix or Ace. I don't know who I want to say goodbye to. Because, I mean, we need the healer. That's an important thing. Do either of you have a preference?
You seem the type
unlike to judge a man by his mien alone. I would ask you a favor, sir, if it please you. A wise choice. I warrant you'll be eager to hear what I have to say. I have long searched for a certain tome, Salomet's Grimoire. 'Tis said its pages hold the power to grant the reader
fancy
command
book.
of grand arcane magics. The book itself is ensorcelled, you see. Even a novice is as a grand wizard with that grimoire in hand. I would ask you to seek it out and bring it to me, sir. Recompense? Pray, let us speak of such things once you have found the book.
It sounds like a scam. What he's pulling on me, but okay. Sure. Yeah, we need to get rid of one of our pawns. I like Oblix just because he's got the voice that is a complete opposite to, I mean, my main guy, my main pawn. So I'm just gonna have to say goodbye to Ace. I feel a bit bad. We've only just brought her in. Ace, I'm sorry, my good friend. I mean, I barely know you, but my good friend, I apologise, you're disappearing. You can have, like, a bit of nuts. There you go. Yeah, you're perfectly helpful. Barely had you for any time. 4 stars. What a lovely Yelp review. Now, we want... I think just a standard mage. So that would be you. Don't look very fancy, but you should have healing. I would hope. I really, really would hope. If she doesn't, I'm going to be quite upset. Because that means I'm to come back here.
This is a place quite restful to my kind.
Okay. Status. You. Skills. That is a heal. She's literally as basic as she comes, but she has a heal. So that's fine. So, if we're not going down into that place, I'm gonna say we do that Witchwood quest.
How did the day find you?
And, it finds me fine, Vanna. I'll also talk to you. Pick up another quest as well.
Had your fill of bird song then? I've ought to ask your salvation again, naturally. Now there's word they've a man inside the castle. If that be true, he'll have need to leave the castle eventually to meet with the others. All I ask is that you keep watch. If you see someone leaving the castle, shadow them.
Seems like a really boring quest, this.
I only have need of your eyes. Follow them and see what business has them out. I'll do the rest. Skulking about is more my line than yours, I know. But pray, lay your chivalry aside these once. I do it myself, but there's aught has me away from Grand Sorin for a time. Nothing for it, I fear. Tell your findings to the innkeep. We have an arrangement. Tread carefully, friend, and quietly, what's more.
Okay. So follow someone about. It's a reasonable enough mission, I guess. But now though, quests. Not the tome. Right? Yeah, that seems like a daft one. We're gonna do this one. Because that's our childhood friend and or sister or lover or whatever. I don't entirely know, but they're a girl who was there at the start of the game during cutscenes. We're gonna go help out. Which really just going quite a trek. Where exactly am I going for this? Right, I did not mean to do that. How do I scroll a map? Arrow keys? That's a weird way to scroll a map. Okay, so I do need to go over there. Alright, follow the main path back. I'm assuming at some point you unlock a fast travel or something, right? Like, I don't have to walk this whole way every single time, do I? I really hope not. It's going to be quite a pain if that's the case. I don't even know if I'm quite a high enough level to really be doing this. I don't even have my bow with me. I hope it's fine. I hope it is. At the very least, we do have these goblins to mildly murder them. There we go. Them being on fire seems to do a lot, which is nice. Yeah, my weapons are enchanted, it's just whacking. There we go. Goblins are more than manageable. Murder this one too. Good walk. I mean, yeah, there's goblins, bandits, likely harpies, just all sorts I can't be arsed with. Apart from that, it's fine. Other than the fact I can't run them like more than how many meters? Like, I guess it is kind of a sprint, but you can't run particularly far. Like, I reckon I could, if I wanted to, run further than this. Also, this pass. I mean, I hadn't expected to run into bandits. Give me a moment to catch my breath, bandits. I appreciate you giving me a moment. Let me just spam the AoE attack at them. Okay, one of them's dead. That one's about dead. There we go. Try and murder some more if I can. I'm just need to get some stamina. That's fine. We're honestly doing quite fine. I don't know where we're going, but I mean it seems manageable, so I'm going to continue going this way. And I do think I actually am managing a lot better with combat now that I'm using keyboard and mouse. I was told by my friend to play the controller because it's kind of designed for that. But I mean, I'm managing fine enough. I'm managing fine enough. Oh, we even get a chest. Lovely. Love a good chest. Don't quote me on that. I'd imagine that can be taken out of context. Do love a good chest. Treasure chest. Of course. Where am I going? This isn't the path we took before, is it? And I'm also noticing... Okay, no, I'd need levitate or something to get down there. That's not a risk I'm gonna take. I'm not just jumping down. And up here... Oh, okay, I know where I am. That's good. You know what? I can't be arsed fighting them, they're in the air. We've got against the chest of drawers. I mean, normally I just call them drawers. Like, I don't usually include the chest part, the chest of drawers. But in RPG, any lootable container is lovely. Only one exception in this game, and that is the various barrels and boxes and carts around the place. Which I personally don't have anything against, but I stand here for a moment. Yeah, the NPC companions really just hate any kind of breakable object with a passion. He could have walked around that quite easily. Decided not to. Can't tell you why, but he just doesn't like, for some reason, to deal with any kind of mild inconvenience such as walking around something. I would rather just break it. Just imagine you went down the street and like there's a bin in your way or something. Cause like someone's left out for the bin collection in the morning. They went out to work. It's now emptied. They're still at work. You wouldn't just like kick that bin out of the way, would you? That's not a normal thing, is it? Like, I'm not the odd one, am I? I have to make sure. Okay, you know what? Just attack while on the ground. I was gonna do kind of jumping attacks because it looked a bit cool when I did it earlier, but no, never mind. It's kind of pointless. Quick, help this person. I don't know who they are, but let's help them. They really do hate this one man. Why do they? Not the odd one. Look, no, I'm having to make sure it's not just a culture gap or something. Like, I am right in thinking that's a bit weird.
I owe you a debt, sir. My thanks, truly.
I mean, you're welcome.
Southern bandits, from the look of them. Worse than monsters, their kind. Thanks to you, I'm alive and whole. But those rats made off with all I had. Even took that magic book.
Ooh, this is related to that magic book quest. Okay.
Have an interest in such tomes, do you? This was Salamet's grimoire.
You have exact quest line we were
Chance to survive the blaze when the old
picking up.
library burned down. It is a rare and powerful tome, as I hear it told, so I bought it from a merchant of my acquaintance. If it truly holds such power, the likes of salvation, it matters not. In any case, 'tis lost now to those damnable thieves. Next Arpard's Cross, I'll take them for all they're worth.
You're more familiar with this quest
I've gained quest knowledge.
Who's shouting that one? That means there's a band that's still alive, is it? Those guys up there? Yeah. Hey, Mr. Merchant, you wanting to follow up on literally what you just said? No? You're gonna stay out of the fight? Can't believe it. That's quite a shot. God almighty. I went flying. Thankfully I didn't take any fall damage, but I really did go flying.
That was hardly a warm-up.
Okay. Okay. What comes next? 'Cause, I mean, I guess we have to go find those bandits. Would be the logical progression. However, nothing said I had to be logical in my progression. I could just as happily not do that. Yeah, it should be just along that way I need to go though. Then I'm gonna go to the Witchwood. Which may be where these bandits are anyway. So I tried going this way before. That, I think, was the... Not first, the main thing I tried to do last time. So I think it would be reasonable to try and do it again this time. And while I may be lacking a magic bow, honestly it's kind of fun just having the one weapon. Than having to just rely more so on myself than just my friends while standing back and shooting things. So I am fine with this. I am completely fine with this. I'm a bit less fine about the fact there's just wolves everywhere, but what are you gonna do? That's a big wolf. Far bigger than I thought you'd be. Oh, let me just do my big AoE attack on you. Any reason why you were so big? You gave extra XP, but that was it. Come on, wolf. Stop running away. I'm trying to do my little dash towards you. Wolves. How dare you? Yeah, this part up here, really dangerous. Boulders are falling down. I can literally just go into the side here, and I'm fine. That looks dangerous, but yeah, no, it doesn't even hit me. Remember that from last time. Now, quickly drop a save, because it's been a little while. Why can't I drop a save? Okay, now I can. Maybe it's because I was in motion. Alright. Up we go. I want to just murder this fella. Get some of my stamina back. Because otherwise I need to rely on my most basic of attacks. Yeah, hold nothing back. As you wish. Nothing's being held back. Lovely. Now I bait them back towards my friends. Lovely. Yeah, this is more than manageable at this point. If I'm remembering right, there was a kinda scary guy with a shield. That looks to be him. How scary are you? As scary as before? Or less so? I don't think he seems too bad. I mean, Obelix has just picked him up. So, yeah, that definitely helped. Yeah, there we go. Sliced his ankles and 400 XP. Makes me think they're quite a big guy that I just took care of. This guy, on the other hand, not a very big guy. He's just a somewhat dead guy who offers only a quarter of XP. Okay. So enemies definitely do have difficulty levels. Of some type anyway. Even if they are in the same group, there's certain priority targets. Mainly the ranged ones, they are priority. I don't think any of them have really had healers. But yeah, after that, I'd say take care of all the weak ones before fighting the big guy. Who, I'm sure there's going to be another big guy somewhere. And what was that I just found? That's a fancy seeming item. That is demon something or other. Well. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna try and help out Obelix here. I don't think he needs the biggest help. But what we do need is someone who can jump up here. Just climb up and knock him down if I can. Not quite knocked him down. But there he goes. And okay, you literally appeared out of nowhere. That's not allowed. And big old murder on him. No, never mind, that was not a big old murder. Is this any more of a big old murder? Not really. I should maybe jump down. I need a hand from my many friends who've now all gone up there. God damn it. I'm always a step behind in the plan. Why do my party members never tell me what they're doing? Like, I understand, but it's still annoying. I quite like to know what's going on. Okay. Attack this guy in the back. Seems to be a good solid start. He's now on the ground, so just flail. And he got picked up, at which point he was then immediately dropped. Ah, we've got two of these bigger guys. I should be concerned about that. That's a definite thing I want to be worried about. Also want to save Obelix. There we go. I'm practically dead. Let me just run back quick. That guy's poisoned. Which is good. Let me just run around for a moment. That dog is not... It's not the time for you to come by. That guy's now just running off. You know what? I'd say that's fine. It's a bit concerning, especially when there were two of them. Obelix is holding him down. Possibly snapped the dog's neck. That's... I'm not gonna question it. Because I don't want my neck to be snapped. But... yeah, that seems a little concerning. That you just did that without any second guesses, really. Yeah, jumping around does seem to be a good way to dodge attacks. It's not the best way though, because I've just died. This is fine, I'm not retrying an easy mode game. Imagine just trying on easy mode because you're trying to fight in an area you're not really supposed to be in yet. Like, how boring. Instead, we're gonna go back and just do this a little more smartly, now that we know quite how the enemies work. It would be really nice if I had a bow, but I don't, so what can I do? It'd also be nice if these guys wouldn't just keep attacking me even while I'm out of breath. But that's really hoping for a bit too much. Is this guy being perma-staggered? I don't know. But he is dying. There we go. Obelix, thank you. I want to run over here to murder this one. Down he goes. Okay. This first encounter has gone quite well. Apart from the guy attacking our lovely archmage type. And I've been given lightning daggers, which I believe should be usable on this guy. Although it's a powerful attack, I don't need to be concerned. Where'd he go? He's hiding in a bush. How dare he? Let me just grab this. Sadly, no demony item this time. That's fine. Instead, I can just continue to murder. Stop running. I understand your lookout, but stop running. Yeah, there he goes. The friends are aware. Are they? No, friends are aware. Dive in, stab him a bunch. Yeah. That's all fine. If we can't lure them into this miasma, there's a good bit of poison. Try and take out these small guys before we have to deal with any of the bigger ones. There we go. That one's a smaller dude. Take him out. Guy with the shield, he's a bigger dude. Watch out for him. That shield guy is so much stronger than any of these other ones. I don't know why. I really don't. It does feel a bit off. It's quite so much more powerful. Is he supposed to be that much more powerful? I mean, he gives 4 times the XP. So I can't help but feel that is the case. But, yeah, he's really a good chunk stronger. Let me just, before we get into a fight, drop a 6. Things have gone quite well so far. Don't want to be running in here again for the, third time. I can't really enough seconds. This is fine so far. And yep, fresh meat. I didn't notice you were one of the shield guys. God damn it. Okay. Run away. Don't hang on to a tiny rock. It's not what we're after. Instead, I'll take care of small fries. I am being healed, but don't need to be too concerned. Down he goes. Take coin pouches. Archer up here. He's not scary, but he's annoying. Let's get rid of him. Archer over here. Get rid of you. The wolves are also annoying. I do want to get rid of them. Need my teammates to take care of the shield guy if they can. Want to protect the healer if possible as well. We're in a bad shape. Murder dogs. I feel a bit bad murdering wolves, but what can I do? They're attacking me, it's self-defense. Yeah, we're taking a real beating. It'd be nice if you were able to, like, wait, a rift fragment? You know what, I'm happy with that. It'd be nice though if we could set up camp or something to regain max health. I know you're able to eat the various like leaves and whatnot that you find, but it's not what I'm after.
Monsters always fill the void.
Yeah, when we go up to that castle, however, before that, I'd rather just fight a few more things, get a good feel for the area. 'Cause, I mean, we could just jump straight into the big bad bandity enemies. But I can't help but notice broken carts and whatnot leading over this way. Like, does this not have some kind of significance? Is there not something here? I mean, that's the way to get into the Witchwood. That is where I'm currently wanting to go. Okay, Bandit Castle comes later. We're gonna walk into the allegedly fog. I thought that was just like sun flare. There we go. We found the last we're looking for. Oh.
What are you doing? You came searching for me? Forgive me. I would never wish to worry you, but I had to come. A witch walks these woods, one who understands the language of the dragon. If I may find her, I will beg her aid in healing your wound. Will you accompany me? This fog bodes ill. I would walk easier with you at my side.
How the hell did she get here? Like, this is a dangerous place to just go to looking for, like, help for a friend. Like, she starts off a bit injured, which I guess makes sense, but how did she get this far? Yeah, I know we're not particularly far in or anything, but I haven't thought she'd even get to the entrance of these woods. How odd. I mean, I will quickly murder some pigs. Just, I might as well. We find paths in unexpected places. Why, thank you. She's just going along the main path, yeah. Alright. Follow her, I guess. Unless... Does destroying that reveal the map? It does. Cool, okay. We've now got a plan. We've also got rabbits. Which is good. Yeah, keep following this. Want to destroy the fog, kinda generating totems. Seems to be the general idea. Although we do also have wolves. Wolves who were behind us. Let's get rid of him. Also, destroy the rabbit. We need to kill a bunch of these rabbits for one of our quests. I think one was 10 and one was 50 that we had to kill. So yeah, just do try and take care of them. Pick up some of these. Okay. Down the main path. Fog totem, oh fog totem. Where art thou? Not right here. But we do have more wolves. Who I'm a bit concerned about. Because my friends kinda left me alone. Oh, one of these is a big wolf. Okay. That's all fine now. You know, I should just use some of my healing stuff. There we go. Give a you to her. Give a handful to use as well. So let's them get their max health back if they get particularly low. And what is there? What are they pointing out? So I found, I've got no idea what this is. I doubt this is what they're pointing out. Also, was that foreign knife a tool? Deadly throwing knife. Okay. So you chuck that at people. It's Fair enough, I guess. Where the hell the NPC going? Why is she off dying on her own? Where is she? Stop screaming. I'm trying to find you. You're down here. Okay. Found her. She just didn't follow us into the cave. For, I mean, good reason, honestly. We didn't have to go in there. Kinda just looked back on us. But yeah, that looks back. That means we're not going along there. Up here doesn't lead to anything, so we need to head back. Go along the other path. I think there's a fork, yeah. Go down that way. Just quickly catch my breath.
Hold on.
Hate how they keep saying hold on. Each and every time. Yeah. Keep going this way. Seems the better idea currently. Like, I'm fine with fighting enemies. I am. But I wish I didn't have to be in a fight every couple seconds as I'm walking down the path. Goblins this time? No, never mind. It's a wolf. You lied. Oh, no, never mind. There is a goblin. Get rid of him. Goblin came from down here? Yeah, more goblins. Cool. Just try and get rid of him. I think I managed to catch the guy Obelix held in the crossfire. That's nice. Up here? What have we got up here? Anything? Is that a chest? A chest. As I've said, like a good chest. That goes out saying. Who doesn't like the loot in a nice RPG game? Where now? Ah, to here. Got another totem. I'm also being knocked over by wolves, which is a bit mean of them, but understandable. Yeah, we're fine. It's got a chest by this one. Again, lovely stuff. Love finding a good chest. Let's get some lovely chaff stems. And some potent green wash or whatever that was. And, oh, that's merry, mate. Oh. Destroy this. Does that reveal the map now? Yes, it does. I now know that I'm supposed to go up this way. Which doesn't actually help a lot. Would I get around there? No, I need to use arrow keys. It's not very obvious how you get around. Go up, I guess. Follow this path. Then up. Can I get up? It seems I can. This doesn't feel like the intended route. But, okay. I see a fog totem, so just drop down, I guess. Do a bit of mining as well. They're really quick at getting behind me, aren't they? Alright. And, oh, got a firefly stone. I think we needed that for something. Can't remember what, but I'm glad I found a couple of them, because I think I needed 2. And, damn! I was about to jump and hit the thing in the tree. Can I still hit it? No, I'm gonna kill these guys first. This is fine. Or no, never mind, I didn't even get to hit any of them. Just how do I hit this? I don't think I can actually hit that from here. If I jump from slightly raised ground. Okay, no, I can't. It's a bit of a pain, but we can continue now. And god damn the wolves! Why are there so many? Yeah, it's as if the fog's trying to block our path. Very, very keen observation there. As the internet dies, because my stream on my phone was unhappy for a second. No, I look to be fine. Internet hasn't died. Cool. Because my phone always tells me quicker than Streamlabs does. Okay. Okay. Continue along here. Honestly, drop a save. I've gone far enough. Make sure we have a nice save. Now we just continue along what isn't marked as a path, but is quite clearly a path. That lets us get to, I'd imagine, the witch's house.
There. That must be it. Come on, cuz.
Hooray! We get to find whatever the hell this person has. Also, I pick up butterflies? No. It's not Skyrim. That's a shame. I would have liked to, but gonna make sense we can't. Alright. Now please get on top of this. I want to pick up the eggs. Do I need to, like, whack it? You're usually meant to shoot it, but I mean, there's definitely an item that exists to some capacity. There we go. But a lovely egg. Don't know what the hell they actually do. And cutscene.
Begging your pardon, but we seek the witch of these woods. Oh? A great and aged woman? Perhaps you might have seen her?
I mean, this is clearly the witch, right?
You seek
Alright.
mother?
No? That's not just a young looking witch through rituals.
Where might we find her? I would ask her aid in a dire matter.
She is dead. She died, as all must.
Oh.
Brilliant.
What of you then? Know you aught of the dragon? Can you read the worm speak?
Gran told me. The faith knows. It cloaks the dragon, cloaks the truth. Those who search for truth outside the faith are branded heretic.
Ah. Okay, so kinda church bad. Kinda deal.
That the faith might leave you be.
Yes.
Then it seems we must turn to the faith if we are to learn more. You have our thanks. We'll leave you in peace to return to our village.
Why is my character just staring at this young girl? I don't like that. That's a weird way to end the scene. Don't just loot her house. You've just looted her house. What an asshole. What an asshole. Can't believe this is my main pawn. Yeah, that was the quest. We went into the woods, learned this isn't the right place. And she's just running on back. I mean, good for her, I guess. Good for her. Anything else back here? This isn't looting our house. This is just looting the garden. Which, honestly, we probably shouldn't do either. But some of it might be useful. Somewhere. I'm kind of looking for more healing herbs. Nah, never mind. What's up this way? Is this the way she went? I think so, because that's where the marker leads. I mean, why would she go up this way? We hasn't cleared this way. I hope she's okay. I really do. I mean, she's allegedly doing this all for our sake, but why'd she go into here? This is a different zone. The hell? I mean, it's taken us out to a good place, I guess. So this is a back door if you're able to jump high. Why don't we just build a ladder? That sounds far more convenient. Like, if she's going that way to get back, like, surely a ladder would make sense. I do feel a bit bad for, you know, Goblin being killed by cloud of poisonous smoke, essentially. Can't be a fun way to go. That would, like, burn your lungs. That can't be a fun time. Like, in the slightest. But yeah, it's just up here, isn't it, our house that we started in? That's been ages, I can't quite remember. I think it is just up here, though. Is it a house in the very end? It is. Hello.
Kina is safe. Thank the Maker. Pray, forgive her. If she acts the fool, 'tis only 'cause concern overwhelms her sense. She's like you in that. Always setting off without so much as a thought. Most like the fault of ill parenting, which makes the blame mine then, eh?
That's a quest! Lovely. Lovely. What do we do now? I mean, we can go back into the previous area, try and deal with bandits. How much money do I have? About enough to get a magic bow. Okay, I'm gonna go get a magic bow. That's gonna take maybe 5-10 minutes to go grab a bow. Because fast travel isn't a thing. Unless, is fast travel a thing? I really wish it is. I really doubt it. Any chance you can just fast travel? I don't want to place a waypoint. Okay, no, no fast travel. Okay, let's just have a run. Yes, goblins. Just murder them quick. Honestly, a lot more health than most goblins, that one. But he's also now dead, so that's fine. Let's continue running on ahead. Is it quicker to do that? Probably not. This nice little dash, for the time it takes to move and the distance moved, it probably works out quicker, but it uses a lot more stamina. It's far less efficient than just running. I mean, it makes sense, but still. That's fine. Just run past the Scottish flag. I want to get myself a magic bow, please. Magic bow just sounds really useful. I mean, I'm a magic archer. I'm kinda meant to have a magic bow, right?
Please don't overdo it.
Yes, I'm alright. Thank you for asking all the time when I'm having a run.
The road splits here.
How much of this game is just travelling? Because I feel a large part of this is going to just be travelling, scattered with the occasional fight, which honestly isn't too difficult, so long as I'm half paying attention. Which, I mean, I'm half paying attention. It's just murder you as well. Got a mage, just... Oh, never mind, he's been knocked down already. Just keep on moving. But I'm getting shot from over here, so try and take you out. Seem to be quite quick at it. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be running off ahead like this. Maybe this is a bad idea. So I seem to be creating a lot of trouble for myself. I don't really have to be creating. Okay, just kill off you. Kill that wolf? No, never mind. Kill you at least. There we are. I still want to just continue on forwards. I don't know if there's a fast travel system, but like, it really feels like there should be. Also, he's just murdered me. So I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, I hate traveling. So boring. But I still need to pay attention to it, apparently. We're thrown all the way back to here. We need to have a quick save when you left the... Oh god. Okay. When we left the village, we didn't have a quick save. Why is it that games thought it'd ever be fun to have a mechanic to let you run, but whenever you're not inside a village, you can't run infinitely? It's annoying. I understand being out of combat, being able to run infinitely, but it's not the case. It's just whenever you're not in a village. Yes, yes, goblins. Murder them, please. This is fine. I'm sure there is a way to fast travel later. Or maybe there's a way to buy a horse of some kind. I don't know. But there must be something, right? They wouldn't just leave you without any real way to travel quickly. That just sounds cruel. It's also wolves. Really? Has there ever been... In fact, no, there have been wolves in this part before. I was about to say, since when have there been wolves, but I do vaguely remember there's a single pack of wolves out that way. That's fine. Well, let's just casually meander through the night. Because I don't think I can be bothered with running. Well, I could run. I don't think I will. I really don't have anything to say about this. This is really bloody depressing. And even in games where you aren't able to run infinitely, usually they make the roads safe. It's not even the case in this game. You're always going to get attacked by an enemy somewhere when you're following the main road. In this area, it's the bandits. Yeah, as you hear, they want to kill us all. Just get rid of you if we can. Okay, we're doing fine. Just give you a bit of a murder. There we go. Give you a bit of a murder also. Never mind. I got mildly caught up in his attack, couldn't do anything. This game, I love it. It's a good game. But it really does show its age at parts. It's such a pain. fighting in the pitch black. Like, it's nice to have an actually realistic nighttime for once. That is a positive in some way. But in other ways, it means you literally cannot see what's going on more than a few feet away from you. Which I guess makes sense. I guess it does. But you feel the stars like that, you'd have a bit more natural light, wouldn't you? Would you have a big moon anywhere? No. Fair enough. I really can't be bothered travelling, and it's even worse at night.
So restore your health. Hold on.
Yes, restoring my health.
A curative will serve.
There we go. Coin pouch. More wolves are not bandits. And wolves. I'm having a great time right now. I really can't be arsed. It's a good game. I do like it when it's doing the stuff right. But when it's not doing it right, it's painfully obvious that it's just failing on for no real good reason. Okay, take out the mage. You need to go down. Get up our mage there. Jump to the side. Well, just do the fiery attack on it. It does nothing. Why is this one guy so much stronger than all the rest? I don't understand. God damn it. I'm just gonna wait until the day. I can't be hard. Oh, never mind, we actually have a save outside the city this time. I hate this. Why isn't there a fast travel? I'm losing because I'm trying to fight things at night. Is the only real reason. So I can't tell when all the enemies have been dealt with. Chances are I've left tons of them behind me while I've been going on through. Like, I am enjoying the game as a whole. This is just painful having to travel though. I've been along these paths so many times already. Alright. Up here we go. We know what we're doing. Safest on the roads, you say? It really is not. I've not left the roads once, and it's really not all that safe. I appreciate you trying to tell me that, but that's not the case. Every time I've been along the roads, I have been attacked in this region. Same with every other region. The roads aren't safe. Neither is off-roads. Nowhere is safe. Because there is no law and order in this god-forsaken world the game's set in. Like, it's somewhat fair enough. Having enemies around everywhere. But when there's one which is able to quite easily kill me by just pretty much stagger locking me, it's a real pain. I'm wanting to just ignore them best I can. That guy with his big weapon is dangerous. Try and ignore him if I can. I don't think I'm able to ignore him. I think I do have to actually do some fighting. There we go. Got another one immediately coming by. Kill this wolf. Lovely. You're now just being stagger locked in the back. And these guys aren't even dealing a lot of damage. It's that one dude with a shield. I don't know why he does so much more damage than the rest. He's also got so much more health. He feels really out of place. Like, that guy didn't take a lot, but some of them do. It's so weird. I don't understand the enemies in this game. They just don't work like most enemies in other games like this. Like, they just scale weirdly. You know what? Just ignore whatever's happening. I'm following the path. This path is safe apparently. See, wait, there's bandits right up there on the cliffside, I'm aware. Or have they not respawned yet from when I entered the woods earlier? Might not have. Might actually be safe from this point on. Should be nice. Okay, we're actually safe, thank Christ.
Shall restore your health. Hold on. This will restore a bit of health.
I don't have anything to talk about. I can't talk about how nice the scenery is around. Because you can't see it, it's too dark. Travelling is never a fun time in games unless it's a new area. And I've been through here several times already. This is just a pain. Maybe I should drop a save before something goes horribly wrong. Like, I know I'm going through what should be a safe enough area, but things still do stand to go horribly wrong. It's not likely, but there's a chance. There's also wolves everywhere, because there's always wolves. Safer on the paths, says the pawn. Straight up liars. They really are. In no way is it safer on the paths. Okay, drop a quick save. I'll go another half hour or so with the stream. It depends how much travelling I need to do. To be quite honest, it feels a bit off the quest that I've immediately got available. I pulled one from Pawn Quest. Chucks me against an enemy with a lot of health. Maybe I'm meant to go down there? But I don't reasonably know how to deal enough damage. Maybe I'm now able to actually deal a good amount of damage to him with some abilities I will be able to unlock. I don't know. All just feels a little off. Like there's been some kind of difficulty spike. And oh, I did not know you were there. Just stab her a bit. There we go. Can't hit the one in the air, so I just need to wait. Okay, this is great. I can't even tell where we're coming from the majority of the time. Okay. You about fine? I think we're about fine. I think, thank Christ that is us with the harpies. Let's just get myself healed. Do I actually need it?
Shall restore your health. Hold on.
There we are. And down we run. There's likely going to be more harpies. I don't even know if this is a path I followed to begin with. I'm asking the exact same thing. Is there really no easier way to cross any kind of terrain? Like, even if you were able to get a horse, there's still all the enemies. Unless it's quick enough to just outrun them, it wouldn't do anything. I am hoping you get a horse or something. But knowing how this game works, you need to actually be travelling with your horse in tow, regardless of what's going on. So I don't entirely know what the whole faster travelling system would be. Like, is it going to be they introduce a set of carriages later on, maybe? I could believe they introduce a kind of wagon system where you just fast travel between places. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it could be that since I'm travelling at night, it's just harder because I can't actually see things. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case entirely anyway. Down there. Bandit, I'd imagine. Undead. What the hell are undead right next to the capital city? Or the dukedom, I guess. I don't think it's quite the capital. Let's just murder folk. There we go. Yes, our strength brought us victory. Indeed. Don't know what else would have brought us it.
The Duke's burden is great. Between his duties as sovereign and the worm hunt, please don't overdo it.
Okay, I think we're finally back to the city. Can we buy me a damn magic bow? Please. For the love of God, let me buy a magic bow. This game, it's good. It's not aged amazing. Thank God the travelling's done with. Like, I'm fine with the combat. I really am. As much as I've complained at points about it, I am completely fine. I'm really, really quite fed up of travelling everywhere. We would like that. 12,200. Tools? Apparently we have new. Sell that one for a pretty penny. Oh god. Chance to make princes hoppers. Uses double coin earned from slaying foes for a period. Just gonna sell it. I don't get much money from slaying enemies. Now, buy. I would enjoy if you would let me. Magic crutch. Oh, perfect. Please let me just equip this. I can't equip that rusted sword. Interesting. Just equip that. We now have a magic bow. Enhancing it? How does enhancing it? We have misshapen eye, harpy rectrix. Yeah, no, okay, we're gonna enhance to level 1. Next, what about this? Level 1. Next thing to do, we need to rest in the inn. I apologise, did not mean to quite run into you like that. Learn some skills. Toss and trigger. Second with the blade, sends target aloft. Additional button presses throw and detonate a store of powder. Some magic exploding dagger. Reset. Returns you to neutral stance, eliminating openings caused by other actions. Spire work. Explosive into 3 stuns nearby foe. Ooh. Okay, we have other things. Better sun flare. But also we've got a holy attack. Charge and sends forth magical shockwave, flick of a dagger, saps foe's health. Sap doesn't necessarily mean drain, might not heal. Traps enemies within its confines. Just an even larger pillar of flames. Quite like the flame damage. It's also cutting wind. Finding more strikes onslaught, connecting with a foe. Sure. I'm gonna say buy this. Dazzle Hold. I think I also quite like. Sunflare 2. Okay, other abilities. Oh god, we've got a lot. Ricochet Seeker. Increases power as it ricochets towards its target. Effective in cramped quarters. Magical Flare. Illuminates the area. Yes. That's really quite useful. Apart from that, Imitate. It's a staff skill, never mind. And I didn't mean to do that, I meant to go into here. What can we do? Necromancy. Oh. Invoke magical sigil restores lower defensive attributes. High miasma. I could do this guy just becoming a warlock. Yeah, sure. Give you that. Give you Dark Boon. Just Necromancy 2. Blinds foes who enter. Inflicts torpor? Yeah, that doesn't help. The hell's torpor? I mean, it sounds nice. Any kind of healing. Change enabled skills. High miasma, thunder boon. I'm gonna say necromancy, dark boon. Yeah, inflict torpor. You don't really have much in the way of attacks. But magical aura blinds foes. That sounds fun. I also want to change my skills to Sunflare in primary, secondary. I'm gonna say secondary is Cutting Wind, and Dazzle Hold on E. As for my bow, Magical Flare. Lovely.
What will it be today? Have your pick.
And now we rest.
What will it be today?
Stay till morning, please. Lovely, lovely stuff. Let's go back into the like underground bit, I'm thinking. Would be a reasonable kind of start. It's like a fancy magic bow, which I do want to try out. I don't know how useful it's going to be. But I mean, I'm certainly hopeful. Fancy magic bow.
Here we can rest, manage inventory and skills, and so on.
Yes, thank you, Pawn, for telling me the literal functions of in this game. I appreciate it. Yeah, back under the city, I'm gonna say. Although, who the hell are you?
Hello.
What?
Yes,
I mean, you're another pawn. You're dressed up in the queen outfit. Nerf. I mean, all the best to you, I guess, but what on earth?
So this is the pawn guild.
I swear, that's the 5th time I've seen this message from the single, like, session of it today. This is a pain. Why are there so many tutorial messages just telling me if you've come to an impasse, just do something or other? Like, I guess I should set this one for Lure of the Abyss. Chasing Shadows and the Tome. I want to do the Tome, but I don't know quite when I'd be able to do that. In fact, I should also use the lantern. There we go. If I get my bow out... I can't get my bow out for no good reason. I need to actually be in a fight. Which, I guess, makes sense. I just kind of want to test out the skills, I'll be honest. Just so I knew how they worked. Okay. Undead. Cool. Switch to my bow. If you would. Game. Game? What the hell? And I can do this. And... okay, now bow mode is working. It's just incredibly accurate. It looks incredibly accurate. I quite like that. Let my friends, if they can, take care of them. Never mind them. Wait, did we have to kill these birds? Or, not birds, bats, sorry. I didn't know that. It's lovely. In fact, no, I think I have a vague memory of picking that up as a quest. Ooh, okay. So this just locks on to people, does it? I mean, fair enough. Yeah. That seems fine. Let me test out the skills then. Got magical flare at the ready. This is fine. I think that's enemies right there. Are they gonna wake up? We've got a magical flare about. Apparently damages the undead. No? Is it not damaging the undead? Okay, so the light doesn't damage the undead. Therefore... does this damage the undead? Like the actual shot itself? I mean, they're all fallen down. Which is good. Odd. I mean... I think I'll stick with dagger for dealing with undead. The bow does seem nice. I do like the idea of having just a light that I can put down. It seems to go wherever I'm looking, doesn't trigger at a certain distance or anything. It's odd that it takes so long to charge. That is one thing. Yeah, weak to fire. And this... I'm gonna drop a save. We're gonna properly fight this guy. Curious just how well it's gonna go. I am curious. Because he seemed really quite difficult last time, but this time I've got a bow. Which I'd say helps a lot, I would imagine. Just launch a flare at him. Oh, never mind. I pressed the wrong button. I need to press the skill button again. I forgot. Now we threefold bolt him. Is he able to do anything? Like this seems powerful. I'm kind of hoping he comes back this way, because I can't really shoot him too well around the corner. But, I mean, Yeah. It doesn't seem as bad as before now that I've got ranged. Just chuck down the lights so I can see what I'm doing. Just need to be at the ready to fire off my threefold bolt. That's not ideal, he's come up to me. I'm supposed to be kinda ranged DPS. Magic damage. I can fire actually pretty quickly. This is doing quite well. Although we do want a light. Yep, that's going well. Let all my guys get in between. Now we just shoot at him. Unless... I mean, he did triumph, but he just chucked himself off a cliff. That doesn't feel like a victory to me. Also, we're not able to go into here at all. Odd. It's controlled by some device. Presumably a lever? But where? We didn't run to a lever up here, did we? Like, was that supposed to tell me, yeah, there's enemies you should avoid? Like, no. No lever there. How odd. Somewhere there is a lever which I need to pull. Potentially it's the one much further up that way, but I don't know. I've got no real way to know. I do know, however, that I likely wasn't meant to be killing that big guy who chucked himself off the cliff, because I got like 5 and a bit KXP. So, yeah, that was good. I'm glad he chucked himself off the cliff. God damn these bats. They're a bit of a pain, aren't they? And I understand I got ranged attacks, but I don't really have a lot of verticality to my attacks. Okay. Found the lever, give that a pull. Then, do we go back? It says multiple gates have now opened. Yeah, that one behind us is immediately closed. Is that what we wanted? It's not an immediate way to loop around, is there? No. How odd. How odd. Undead? Yeah, undead. Pair magical flare. There we go. I mean, there's a lot of them coming out of the ground. So you say it takes more than that. How much does it take? So I'm kind of hoping it takes not too much more than that to actually kill you, because I mean, you're kind of funny, I'll be honest. Okay. Does he really need a help? He said help me, I don't think he does. I think he's largely fine. Wait, there's more undead? I thought you'd been dealt with. Go away. I mean, we've literally got like a necromancery guy on our side. Why are we worrying about undead? Surely you could just, like, tell him to bugger off. I get that. It's probably not quite how it works, but still. It'd be nice if there was some kind of system related. Yeah, this arrow I get to do just sets them all on fire. It's really quite nice. It's a kind of big AoE for when it hits. Doesn't really do anything in the immediate moment. But yeah, when it lands, it sets everyone on fire. How the hell did I have 55 grand? Is that from killing that guy above? There must have been. He literally chucked himself off a cliff. Yeah, this looks familiar. Just drop a save.
Shall we take a closer look? Strange, this light. What could be causing this light?
It's a bad idea. Work in tandem with fairy stones. Wait, this literally lets me... Okay. It lets me fast travel. Is this a fast travel I wanted? Seems it can't be used now. Okay, but it can be used elsewhere. Let's take me to any summoning stone for pawns. I'm glad I did this mission. It's actually just fixed the issue I had with the game about travelling everywhere. It's a bit annoying, it can't be used right now, but... I mean, maybe something happens on the way out of the dungeon. Or maybe it just wasn't happy with where I was stood when I tried to use it up. If I use it again... Please? No? Boo. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have one last check down here. And also, apparently I've just gone past this coin pouch. There we go. Wasn't like some easy way up, was there? Like a hidden thing, because I mean... I've literally just found the door. I'm glad I came back. How the hell did y'all get there?
Hold on.
There may be ore here. Let me see.
I'll have a look around.
Okay, so there's more to this.
What opens this door?
I mean, it'd be a lot harder, couldn't it? Should I use like a seeker bolt, see what that does? So it kind of homes in on people, but I felt my attacks already did. Yeah, no, just attack them. Threefold bolts seem good enough. Is that them all dead? Lovely. I thankfully killed them all when they're next to the gates. It's only mildly cheating. There's definitely more of them up there. I can't get to them yet, so that's fine. Instead, we've got... Well, this isn't foreboding as a name. Ceremonial cage. Got sound of what I'd say is a war horn, but I think it's meant to be harpies. I'm missing a lever. Okay, so somewhere here is a lever. Or a lever for American types. Oh, these are openable. I hadn't noticed. Not that they had a lever inside. Got that. I'm looking for a lever. There's usually one in the room. If you're introducing a kind of mechanic. Can't help but feel that's not the case, because that looks like treasure in there. Unless, is it in there? a lot more promising than I originally thought. That's just a skeleton. Okay, magical flare. There we go, he's now burning. And he's now dead. Well, that was good. I don't know who did that much damage, but my flare didn't do enough to kill him. How odd. I'm glad he died quick. Get some adventurer's cloak. Bronze cuirass. Some hard spud juice. Panacea. Yeah, that looks to be about it. We're gonna smash the boxes now, but equipment-wise, I can't use the cuirass. Can't use the cloak. All around looks to be about the same, but I'd imagine looks slightly better. Yeah, that's fine by me. Yes, the lever controls the door, which is open. Looks. I appreciate you telling me. It was quite apparent. Only real question is what the hell do we do to get into there? Well, I'm glad I found this little hole in the wall. It makes you think maybe I should be... Yeah, I'm not going to grab that, but I think something else will in a second. Nope, never mind, we're fine. Makes you think there might be more down here that I just initially missed. Such as this immediate chest. The large coin pouch. Less exciting when I've got like 60 grand now because of a daft enemy who chucked himself off the cliff. So I don't know why I did that. He really wasn't meant to. Alright, time to make my way out of this area. Got rocks. It's F to pick things up, yeah. Just to practice. Then you get throws. Are they the same type of throw? Yeah, they both look to be identical. It's fine. Now, I am currently average weight. Because I am just picking crap up. Okay, what I think we're meant to do. We go back up to top. We then get the stone fixed. We then come back down, pull this lever, use the stone to teleport back up, come back down again. Then we get into the extra area. Unless, for some reason, I'm now able to use this. Alright. Do this. Get a daft cutscene, but I can skip it. Also getting a save, weirdly enough. Yeah, now we just run to the top. It's really weird pathfinding the AI had if it decided to jump off of a ledge for some reason. I'm still confused about that. But the enemy was clearly meant to be very tough. I was fully ready to actually face him, but he just, like, jumped off. I don't know if he went just outside of his range or something and tried to path back towards, like, his initial position. Me and my guys were in the way and stopped it. I don't know. Yes, single lever draws all the doors. Why did the guy jump off? I'd like to think it's a pathfinding issue. But it could be something more than that. It could be one of my guys knocked him somehow from the ability. It was fairly large. I thought he wouldn't really be knocked around. It worked out though. Like, I'm definitely not going to complain. One thing, as usual, will complain about though is running. It's never fun. It'd be lovely if just out of combat you could run as much as you want. I feel like you do it in the towns or villages or whatever. It saves so much time if you just do it in dungeons.
Seems using this lever affects every door in the ruins at once.
Why was she on about a lever? Why did she care about the lever? Paul.
The Everfall holds death for the careless.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep grabbing ancient scrolls. I thought that was maybe a bit of lore. That wasn't any lore. Lore doesn't exist. Hello! I got you a stone.
The Everfall is known to all, though fewer still, perhaps. Even the Legion does not know how the Everfall came to be, but all pawns hear its call. A voice within it. 'Tis a powerful, strange thing to those with no will of... Even the Legion doesn't. 'Tis a...
Did not mean to attack you. This is running off. Does interacting with this link my stone to it? Like, how does this work? Like, as much as I love these two, I'm thinking I will get higher leveled people, but... How does this stone thing I found work? Did I not get what I was meant to get down there? God damn it. Okay. I don't see any point in recruiting any of them. What does the mission want? I had it tracked, didn't I?
Tis hard to do aught alone.
Does it still want me to be down here? It does. But never really told me what to do down here. The hell did I miss? Escape. Map. I don't know how we go down a level on the map. Yeah, no, we don't need that either. Still wants us to do something down below. So back down we go. I guess didn't give you a marker just because it's an area you're meant to investigate. Let's continue running on ahead. There's not going to be any enemies. At least there shouldn't. There is. It's fine enough. This is annoying, having to go all the way back down. I think half the stream has just been me running around the place, hasn't it?
Don't worry, I am here.
I'm not worried, I'm having a run and I got out of breath.
Please don't overdo it.
To overdo it, you say, while you're just whacking a crate next to me for no good reason. I love these pawns. Their priorities are all over the place. You continue running.
There's some connection to this place.
Is this us past where the beast normally would be, I think? Meaning, lever should be just up ahead.
Are you alright, Master?
Okay. Do you walk quicker if I have my weapons out? I don't think there's any difference in the speed. Bit of a shame. Fair enough, though.
Looks as though what doors were closed stand open, and those
Yeah. Pull that. That's got to have something important. I'm bound to be able to, from down here, power up the stone, then travel. Back up using it. be my guess. I said before, that's probably how we manage that. Not entirely a puzzle. I just need to stand in like the glowy blue stuff. What do I do? Follow the light. Gets me to a skull. Okay, we can just examine this. I hadn't noticed that was an interactable. And undead? Strike me kind of as undead. Or at least eldritch in nature. Flare doesn't help. Ouch. Do not attempt to fight. I'm glad you've told me that now. Would one of your mind trying to heal me? Okay, someone's trying to heal me. I think I went out of range. Okay, curatives. Use. And continue trying to use. Maybe just run? Doesn't it feel like the hero way of doing things? Does it? But I guess we are just running. Are these things just re-summoning themselves, or... like, what's happening? So I feel we probably could kill these things. Like, I don't know. Fire damage is dangerous and all, but I think these things are largely beatable. I don't think I actually had to flee like they were saying. Yeah, no, we can just fight these things. They're actually quite manageable. Although it's got a lot of health back. I don't know if there's actually any ability to kill them permanently. And I'm just gonna continue to run. I'm gonna continue just running. I don't think that's really doable. If it is, then I am very much under-leveled for it. Just continue running. The quest doesn't involve killing him, it's telling me to get outside. Ouch. I'm a bit concerned by that. Not massively, but a little. I just hear it hits a wall. There we go. Didn't want to get hit by lightning projectile, so that's fair enough. Let me just, like, eat some of these. I haven't actually used them before, but if we're able to restore stamina, it sounds good enough to me. Just continue running. Ah, cool, cutscene. We are meant to just run. Oh, that's that then.
Let's speak with Barnaby.
Brave Sir Robin ran away. Oh, so bravely ran away. As they say, anyway. Hello. I've got literally the same thing I came back up with last time, but now there are worms.
A light. In the furthest depths, you say? I see. truth, even we pawns know precious little of the Everfall. I can say with utmost certainty, though, the light you speak of is newly come. We cannot know if this small aberration will give rise to great calamity hence. But the chance enough is called to take action. We shall redouble our efforts here, and keep vigilant for further signs of change.
There we go. Lovely. Any more missions? Slay dire wolves. Definitely, yeah. I'll accept. I'm assuming that's just big wolves, or possibly just even normal wolves.
A word, sir.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Are you the Arisen? I bring a message from the Duke himself. His Grace has judged your feat in slaying the Hydra most laudable. To honor your noble works, you are hereby welcome to the Worm Hunt. You may now accept orders from Sir Maximilian, Captain of the Hunt. Bring this writ to Sir Maximilian outside the castle gates. The document confers the status of Hunter upon you. Carry it on your person, always.
Ah, of course, I'm gonna be some kind of hunter of monsters. Really? I'm now an official monster hunter, I guess. And we get a pan in Canberra to look at the castle. Take Worm Hunt quest, here's the gate. Cool. So that's now a thing we can do, but I want to check. Can't be used. When can it be used? Like, if I'm understanding this correct, I get to place my own fast travel wherever I want. We get to just have fast travel, then travel to it at some point. And, oh, hello. I mean, thank you for the raid. I think you picked a bad time. I'm literally about to finish up. I appreciate it nonetheless, though. Hello. I will say, quite new to this game. I'm assuming you were playing something similar you've come by? Like, is the travel just meant to be horribly tedious the whole time? The Sport Crystal, from what I'm understanding from description, you place it somewhere, you then fast travel to it from any of the fairy stones. Which I think is where you summon the pawns in, isn't it? So, with that being the case, are they particularly rare? You've also played. Ah, good to hear, good to hear. So if you've got any tips for me, do feel free to let me know. Because this is literally my second stream that I've played for about 6 hours. I know precious little about it. Other than the fact that Twitch chat made a horrible, horrible man as my main pawn. And listen to how high pitched his voice is. Something I have encountered today, which is a bit interesting, is went under a pawn guild, did the quest in there. There was just a big, scary enemy who proceeded to then walk off the cliff and give me 50,000 XP. The game, you can definitely see its age in parts. And I think that's maybe one of them. But yeah, I've come across a lot of money due to that. I'm going to quickly buy some new stuff to hopefully use. I don't know entirely what I need. Maybe better armor? I could get a riveted coat. Maybe not. One tip, try to get out of side quests can level a bit faster. Okay, I have been trying to do that already. I think I've done all the ones in the starting village. Apart from that though, yeah, I'm sure there are tons and tons of quests about. Which of these looks good? Quite like the look of this one. Comes with sleep resistance. Assuming sleep resistance isn't like in any way immunity, it just is a reduction to the time would be my guess. Yeah, we will take one of them for me. New arm guards, I think. We've got stuff to spare. Leather gloves? Sure, those look good. Legs, I think I want some new shoes as well. Yeah, like, what kind of game were you playing before you came along? It's always interesting to ask raiders, because some people, when raiding, they raid, like, games that they themselves had been playing. Some of them come by from completely different games, checking out random people, pretty much. Which, I mean, either one's fine with me, I'm just curious. I don't really raid myself, because I don't tend to get a lot of viewers. I feel it's not worth the bother of raiding. I'm curious what kind of thing you were up to. Yeah, I'm up to heavy if I do that. I need to just dump a ton of crap, don't I? Picked up an adventurer's cave down... Not cave. Cape down below. That's better than any of them. He doesn't offer any jewellery. Okay, I think that's my character now kitted out. Next for this peculiar man, who is a pitch black dwarf with a really squeaky voice. I don't think he needs better health. I think keep his stamina. So keep him as he is with his cape for now. How about in here? Does he want any better trousers maybe? I mean, I could just give him better trousers. Sure. Buy him a set of trousers, maybe some shoes? Yeah, get him some shoes. Any better than those ones for him? No. He cannot equip much. Fair enough. He's a puny little mage. Do like mages. It's just they're always a bit on the punier side, is all. Between these, I mean, better magic? Is that any way worthwhile? Like a +1? Because it's somewhat damage, isn't it? I don't know if it's just flat +1, in which case that's rather useless. His weapons deal like 200 odd. Yeah, compare that to workers' gloves. Honestly, it's just better. Take one of them. Torso. Scholar's coat, I think he currently has equipped. Apart from that, anything for underneath? Doesn't look it, no. Okay, and a hat. The white cap, you look rather daft, but that was a better standard defense. Worse magic, weirdly enough, than the most basic hat I found a while ago. Wizard helmet, it's tempting, just because it's a pointy hat. I think that's justification enough to buy it. Cool. Buy all of this. We want to then equip it all. And that'll likely be the end of the stream. I do appreciate you coming by to raid. Always do appreciate raiders. It's a lovely system that Twitch has, just to help people like promote other streamers. It's a good thing. Like I say, I don't really do much of it myself. That's more so just because I've not got people to really contribute. I'd feel kind of pathetic going by and bringing along maybe a handful of people, and a handful being like 1 or 2. It's a bit of a shame, because I do feel I'd like to do more. Also, this adventurer's cloak is just worse than the scholar's cape. Right? And it comes with poison resistance, but worse health. Okay. Shoes. I did buy better shoes for myself. Equip them. Gloves. Bought leather gloves. Equip those. We do not want this. I want to be able to get rid of it. So I might just sell it. It's my immediate guess. Yeah. Okay. Sell. We have various bits of equipment. largely that runs queer us. We really do not need cells for an awful lot. Don't need any of this, don't need any of those, don't need... I'll keep the adventurer's cloak. If I actually sell that, I don't think I did. I think I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Yeah. Cool. Sell all of them. I think that was about it. But I had to sell bits too. I think that's everything, right? Yeah, that looks to be everything. Well, that's all for now. I appreciate you coming by for raid. I do. I'm sorry you came by right at the end. I feel quite bad about it. But I need to go eat. It's getting quite late. So let me just stand on top of this fountain. Okay. Oh. You can just gather money from the fountain. It makes sense. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my shopping and whatnot. I apologise again. It's just bad timing, I feel, on your part. But yeah, I'll hopefully see you around. I don't know. I don't know. I am enjoying the game. I am. I'm very thankful for the tip. Yeah, that's all for now. Goodbye, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening. I'll see you later.